good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, guys. First, I wanted to talk about our volunteering with the Bob. We not just did, but did on June 3rd. I showed footage of that
Already?
previous, so I just wanted to point out that was a hard day.
Yes, it was. We worked.
We worked hard.
Yep.
We split up. There were a lot of people on that specific trail crew to work it, so they split us up into about 5 crews, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We were on a 4-woman crew, and our crew alone cut 11 trees off that trail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that many.
Mm-hmm. I was impressed. I was really impressed with us. So everybody else was cutting trees too, so
Moved a lot of wood.
moved a lot of wood. Yep. And now we are up at Monument Peak Lookout, which is behind us. And I'll tell you about that more later, but I thought we would take this opportunity to show some of our knitting. Oh, I did want to point out that we met up with Margaret and Sheila from Three Sisters Knits podcast. Hi, guys. Up in Canada, they were doing a tour of the United States, and they made a point to stop up in Montana and say hi to us. That was really nice. I was inspired by Margaret.
Oh, boy. Woo, baby.
Yeah. Margaret was doing knee-highs.
Uh-huh.
I'll throw in pictures of Margaret and Sheila and us. We met for lunch. It was really nice to meet them. And we all showed our current whips. And she was knitting... Margaret was saying that she was going to knit knee-highs. And I was inspired by her, so that's what I did. You got to do a lot of increasing.
Yeah.
For the leg. But I really like them. I should tell you what this yarn is.
Those are nice with your sweater.
My bright sweater. Let's see, what are these? These are Rock and String Creations sachet, and the colorway is Halloween Queen. I love those. That is bright. Yeah, I thought those were really pretty. I like those a lot. Okay. I do have a few things to show. It's been a while. I finished my knitted top. Oh, look at that.
Pretty. Oh, I like the contrasting color.
Yeah, I do too. I ran out of this color yarn, and I had Katie had sent a second ball of this to us, and I saw that, and I thought that'll make a pretty little accent on top.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah.
So I really like the way it turned out. It fits really well. It's called fitted 95-25 fitted top with pattern by Drops Design, and I'll put the yarn at the bottom. And that was a gift from Katie. Thank you so much. Yeah, pretty happy with that.
Very, very nice.
It's too cold up here to wear it.
Oh, come on, put it on for us.
Freezing up here.
We want you to model it. I modeled it the last fire tower we were at.
You did, but I'm not doing it.
It was about 50 degrees warmer.
Yeah, it's cold. And then the other thing I made that I've been wanting to show and have not got around to it is I took some of that other yarn and I made some washcloths. Now I know this is ridiculous. I've never made washcloths before. Have you?
No.
No? I'm glad I'm not the only
I
one.
thought they were knitted knockers.
It doesn't, yeah, I don't know why mine came out with these bumps on it.
Concave.
Yeah, that pattern is, thank you, Leafy Washcloth by Megan Goodacre. And she has 2 little versions of leaves on there, but both of mine came out looking like, fit it on there.
Bikini.
I don't know they're so simple, I don't know what I could have done wrong. But anyway, and then I tried this one, which turned out
nice.
Much nicer. And this is called Goals and Garter Washcloth by Diane Jensen Donald. Yeah, that turned out much better. I was happy with that one. Yeah, there's so many washcloth patterns out there, and people knit them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, I need to. Why haven't I done that? So I did it. Good grief! And I'm working on a sweater up here, which Janet and I are
We're fighting over.
fighting over the name of it. We've come up with some different ideas. I ordered this sock yarn. I didn't like it for sock yarn because the stripes are too wide. Look how wide that one. Well, that might have been some. No, I don't. That wasn't short rows. The green is some short rows. I don't know. I didn't like it for that, so I'm making a sweater out of it. And I've made this pattern before.
And it'll match your socks.
It's called Confetti, which was a gift to me. Yeah. So it's going to be, what have we called it? First I called it my clown sweater, and then I said it's going to be my cheery sweater. And Janet said it's going to be your antidepressant sweater.
Uh-huh.
And then you came up with another name. Oh, Wildflower.
Yes,
the
wildflower.
The wildflower sweater. We've seen a lot of wildflowers today, pretty
in
much
those colors.
in these colors. So that's what I've got on the needles. And I brought that up to work on. I also brought a pair of socks. Because the weather is not so great up here. And we knew it wasn't going to be so great. So we knew we'd need some knitting.
It's blowing in.
Yeah, it is blowing in. What do you got?
I got almost a sweater.
That is coming along.
I got the front and back finished.
Oh, man.
And just the sleeves to go. It's made out of a hemp merino mix, I think.
Is that going to be wash and dry?
I think it is.
Nice.
It's nothing fancy. Hemp acrylic, sorry.
Hemp acrylic.
Yeah.
That's a new one on me. What's the colorway?
Oh, Red Roads.
Red Roads.
Hobby Lobby.
Red Roads, Hobby Lobby. Nice. I like it.
I wanted a knocking around sweater that I wouldn't be upset if something happened to.
Yeah, I think that's important to have.
So that's going to be that. The pattern is from a book that I've shown before. I will send you the name.
Okay.
And then there's the Eternal Sock.
Are these the ones you didn't like the way they were striping?
Yes, I didn't like the colorway. I was good with the green and blue. I was excited when I saw green, blue, and yellow. And then this tan beige showed up, and it was like, really? You're gonna wreck those pretty colors with that?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
People that are more artistic than me chose this, so I'm just gonna shut up and go with it.
That doesn't mean they're right. At least it's a small section of tan.
Yeah, so far.
The other colors are very pretty.
I agree.
Yeah, those are going to be nice.
And obviously it'll just be little shorty socks. I'm getting on turning the heel pretty soon here. And
magic looping it.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, I thought you were magic looping it when I saw all those long...
Two circulars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But not magic looping it.
No.
How interesting, Janet.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, and then I came up here and Janet had a gift for me.
Because you masterminded this operation.
But she made me. It's a shrug, which I'll put on. Isn't that beautiful? I love that color. I keep admiring her shrugs, and she finally got the hint. She was like, oh, well, I better make her one. So just shut up.
They're a challenge to get into, though, sometimes, until you get the hang of it.
Yeah, especially when you got a bunch of stuff on like I do.
A furry shirt.
Yeah, but this is good. This is nice. I might just go do a little cleaning up and then put this on. This is nice. Yeah, it's been chilly. up here. Well, this morning was good.
Yes.
Well, what am I talking about?
It was below freezing outside and 38 inside
Yeah, it was
when we
38
got up.
when we got up this morning. So no, I guess I'm saying it was sunny and not raining this morning.
As long as it's not raining, it's nice.
Yeah, but we made this reservation a while back, and you don't want to cancel.
Yeah.
They're hard to get. They're really hard to get. We are in the Lewis and Clark National Forest, which is quite a ways away from where we live. What did we drive? 5.5 hours yesterday or something?
Yeah.
To get here. So
somewhere south of Great Falls.
Yeah. But it's been nice. It's a nice downtime. We took a little hike today, and I'll follow this up with a bunch of pictures of everything. But yeah, it's been nice. Looking forward to lunch. Yeah. We brought some decent stuff. Pretty happy about that. Let's see. Was there anything else I needed to talk about? Probably not. I guess if there was, I can. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's it. I'll tell you all about the lookout, and you'll see a bunch of pictures of it. So we're gonna go have lunch, I think. All right.
On game.
All right.
Bye.
This is the route we took. We stopped in Great Falls for lunch. And yeah, it was quite a bit of driving. Got it.
Getting pretty reception.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Finally. Oh, holy cow. Oh. It was really good to finally get to the lookout. We hadn't been there before. This was a first for us to rent one of these. The cost was about $50 a night, I believe it was, right around there. That's the total cost. It came with the bed and a mattress. You had to bring your own sleeping bags, table and chairs, a Coleman propane stove. You had to bring your own propane, a little wood stove. You needed to bring firewood for that. A few things, pots and pans and a few utensils, but we mostly brought our own and used those. And of course you have to bring your own food and water. Of course there's no electricity, no running water up there. They did have a nice little outhouse to use though. So the lookout is on the top of a mountain, of course. It has a great view of the Little Belt Mountains. It was built in 1936, and it has been removed from its original tower and restored for the public. It did sit on a 40-foot tower. It overlooked the northwest part of the mountains in central Montana. 4 other lookout towers were manned across the Little Belt when this lookout was in operation. No one works there anymore. I did find a website that talked about a typical day. A typical day would have started with a hot breakfast, possibly sourdough pancakes or biscuits and gravy and coffee. This would have been followed by an intensive scan for smoke plumes and a radio check-in to dispatch involving an exchange of weather information. These scans and weather info exchanges were repeated at set intervals all day. The lookout also kept the cabin and the windows clean and fetched his or her own water. Between glassing the horizons and doing radio check-ins, the lookout did tower and cabin maintenance. During times without a fire, after the regular duties were complete, they had free time to roam the surrounding wilderness. They often became very familiar with area wildlife and plants. Lunch and dinner were from a can, although most lookouts became skilled with the wood stove and a Dutch oven. Occasionally there would have been visitors, and in the evenings, lookouts were free to radio each other. 2 lookouts further west played guitar for each other over the radio in the evening. The lookout cabin was lowered to the ground in 1999, and the tower was dismantled for safety reasons. Cabin restoration was done between 1999 and 2005, mainly by Passport in Time program volunteers, guided by the Forest Service Preservation Team carpenters and forest employees. Historic construction styles and materials were maintained where possible or reproduced. They re-roofed, repaired windows and decking, and painted. And painted and painted. The constant sun exposure is hard on paint. A 2005 open house was well attended, covered by a TV reporter. She was new to Montana and wore spike heels to the event, which she joked about later. Monument Peak Lookout is listed on the prestigious National Historic Lookout Register. And we managed to spot the lookout on our hike. This is from about 2 miles away. It took some effort to see this, but it was kind of fun to locate it. We spotted a windmill farm in the distance. I guess that's what they call them. They call them a farm? Anyway, it was pretty cool to see. At night, that lit up with red lights all over it. That was pretty neat. I want to say a little bit about the food. We each brought easy meals, mostly dehydrated, but also some fresh things. It worked out great. There were dishes to do at least once.
That's why hiking food is good. Ooh,
Chicken coconut curry. How does it smell?
I don't know. I
Can't
was
tell
just
yet.
looking and listening. It smells better than the other one. I can smell coconut.
That's good. There may have been some alcohol on the second night up there, maybe on the first night too. And then they had obvious signs of grounding in case of lightning strikes, which really made you feel a little better. And we had some visitors around the lookout, and they were fun to watch. And then we say goodbye to the Lookout and we head to Great Falls where we stop at the Yarn and Honey store, which was excellent. They had so much stuff I could have purchased. Anything special today?
Everything.
Everything, huh?
I don't know. Are you looking for anything?
Anything that interests me, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got this on sale. That's on sale. We have a big sale section in the back, and there are select yarns throughout the store that are marked down, some of individual colors within a group and that type of thing. Just simply have to happen to see it, and some of it might not be marked yet. That's part of what I'm doing right now. And then homeward bound, back to more familiar territory for us. Oh. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Look at my shirt. It goes like this.
That's pretty cool.
This is one of them, and this is the other one. And they're both lions.
Where did you get that?
From my cousin, from Mason.
Oh, that's very cool.
I got this from my cousin. He grew out of it.
That's pretty cool. That's all I like it.
Tell him that we're
Okay. So the first thing we wanted to talk about is these love owls I made. Their pattern is from Susan B. Anderson.
Oh, see the baby.
Yeah. Do you guys want to show them all of them?
Yes.
Why do we have this many? Who is this? Who's this supposed to be?
Dad.
Who?
Dad.
And this one's supposed to be?
Mom. And then this one's supposed to be me. This one's supposed to be me. And then this one's supposed to be a new brother or sister that's in here.
That's in Mommy's tummy, huh?
There.
Yeah. They're expecting a brother or sister.
I want a sister. We all want a sister.
Early October. So she's about 6 months along now.
Yep.
So
And
we're all pretty excited.
This is the nest. I'll show you it all together.
Okay.
Okay, now that wasn't. It was right here. Yeah, and the baby was there, and that was
their
there.
mom organized a little treasure hunt for them, and at the end were these owls as a surprise way to tell them that they're going to have another baby brother or sister, or baby, brother or sister.
Amen. So there's 5 of them.
Your family's going to have 5 in it now.
Mhm.
And I thought these little love owls by Susan B. Anderson were a really cute way to do it.
And then they have a nest.
And I put beads in the bottom of the big ones so they stand up. They don't fall over.
And there's also beads in this one. And this one.
There's no beads in the baby.
Yeah, I'm having a bead right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's look at
Surprises!
it. Okay. First we have another thing for the baby.
Aww. What is it?
These little guys.
What is it? Are these the surprises?
No. This is for the baby.
They're
These
bunnies, right?
are called Mini Lovey Blanky Menagerie by Lorraine Pistorio.
And what type of animal?
What do you think this is?
A bunny.
Yes, that's a rabbit.
And what is this?
It's supposed to be a bear.
Okay. And what is our surprise?
Okay, they have a surprise coming.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting, though.
I made these for the baby. I tried to not
surprise.
make too much pink, but who cares, right? Boys like pink too, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay. Another thing I made for the
Just
baby.
like Nico does.
Another thing I made for the baby.
A blanket.
Yeah.
It's a huge. It's a blanket.
It's
for
called
the baby.
Reese's Easy Baby Blanket by Cheryl L. Mason.
I like the pattern.
Do you? It's isn't that nice?
I like the squiggly.
Yeah, I thought it looked really pretty.
How do you guys like
This
it?
is called Premier Yarn Sweet Roll Raspberry Swirl.
How do you guys like it?
Oh, I love it.
I love it too.
And then one more.
Is that the baby too?
Yeah, that's for the
That's
baby.
like this is like for like a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
The color on that one is Lion Brand Mandala Spirit.
Lion Brand Mandala. What do you call it? What do you call this?
It's another baby blanket.
Yep. What do you call this?
Reese's Easy Baby Blanket.
Reese's Easy Baby Blanket.
I like them. So, you know what? You can take these home to your mom tomorrow and give them to her, okay? And then,
what about these ones?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And then
our surprise.
Russell and I dyed yarn,
Uh-huh.
and look what I made for the baby.
They're baby socks.
Yes. And I made these for
Mom. So they can match.
Uh-huh. One's pink and one's mostly blue. Russell and I dyed that yarn together last time they were over. Remember that?
And then these stripes were sprinkled, right?
Yes.
How did you make them into stripes?
It just worked out that way.
Now it's our surprise.
Our
surprise.
Almost. One more thing for the baby. I picked up this little bib.
Aww.
It says Glacier Kid.
It goes on it like this.
Uh-huh.
Goes over the head, so it doesn't get too dirty.
Yeah, when it eats.
That's cute. And also I love the little big one, this one. The big one.
That's a mountain goat.
The mountain goat. And then this one.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time for
our surprise.
your surprises. First up, stickers.
What?
Ranger stickers from Glacier. And your very own Glacier book.
I thought Glacier book?
Yeah.
I thought you got
With stickers.
I thought you guys got us a wait, what? A stuffy.
No, I didn't get you stuffies yet. I'm still working on some stuffies for you.
Okay.
But this one, you got some stickers, you got some things to learn about Glacier Park. You got some things to fill in. Wildlife stuff.
Wait, no, my favorite page. You passed my favorite page.
Your favorite page?
All of this cool stuff.
What do you think?
Oh, wait. Look, show them the deer.
Okay. You got lots of pictures in here. I thought the boys would like it. Ooh, look at the bear.
Ooh, on the back.
No, it's in the middle. It says,
Wait, does this one have a cat? Where? This one doesn't have a cat. Where? Okay.
on page 25.
This is
Okay.
the bear.
We'll find it.
Is that a grizzly bear?
Let me see. Yes.
The grizzly bear. You could see that hump on its back.
We'll, we are, Russell is learning how to knit.
Yes.
And he is working on a scarf.
shawl.
A scarf.
It's a shawl.
It's a scarf for his mom. And Nico is supposed to be working on a scarf for his dad. And we will show that on the next podcast.
But I don't want it. Nico doesn't know how to knit yet.
He's a little hesitant.
Look, it's right here.
I forgot to tell you what the pattern is. The pattern is Estella socks. Look at that pretty pattern.
What about the...
Just a minute. Those are the Estella socks pattern by Jan Swarbrick.
Same with these ones.
Hi, Jan.
This
And these are perfect fit newborn socks by Kelly
Stella sock.
Patla.
The Stella part just like a...
Just like your cousin Stella.
Yeah.
Only it's Estella. Estella socks.
They
Okay.
They didn't really get to look at the bib.
Okay, go ahead and show them the bib.
This is the bib, oh yeah. So they're gonna like
Yeah, I think you
do
just,
that,
yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
it's gonna go like this.
That's right. Are you guys excited to have a baby brother or baby sister?
Yeah. Which I hope is a sister.
You both want a sister?
Yeah.
Well, we'll take what we get, huh?
We'll take what we get. Hey, Woody.
You think your mom will like those socks?
Mm-hmm.
I think she
I'm
will
gonna
too.
put it all the way on my hair.
Say goodbye.
Bye. So this is the blue that came out of this one. Then this is the pink that came out of this.
I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah. We're gonna do blue and pink yarn for the baby. And we're gonna put blue and pink sprinkles.
We'll see how this turns out.
Dyed yarn.
All right, let's get it going.
Hopefully it turns out good. Okay.
Yep, just dump it in there. Ooh. I think you could use the glass.
Hello?
Just pick the glass up. Don't spill it on the floor, and not all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, and I'll spread it around a little bit. Just keep pouring. There we go. Okay, you're spilling it on the ground a little bit. See that? Oh, yep, you got it all over your socks.
And my finger.
Yep. I'm gonna have to clean that out, aren't we?
That's pretty cool looking.
Looks pretty.
Isn't it? I like it a lot.
I think it turned out better with us mixing it.
I think you're probably right, Russell. Then it'll have blue and pink sprinkles all over it, I hope.
We hope.
We hope this turns out okay.
We hope it turns out great.
Yes, we do, don't we? We hope it turns out great. All right, we just can't get too many sprinkles, I don't think. Sprinkle her up, man.
Wait, we'll use the rest.
Nice job. Looks okay. It'll come off. What do you think?
Good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Gosh, the view is so nice both ways. Look at it that way, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to show both views. Janet and I are up at Mount Aeneas. We're on our way down. Say hi, Janet.
Hi.
And I thought I'd try to wrap up my podcast while we're up here. Just wanted to point out, Russell and I were really happy with how that yarn turned out that we dyed. And no, the stripes were not caused by the candy sprinkles. Of course not. And I also want to point out that we did soak that yarn in vinegar and water for a while before we dyed it. Just all that stuff. So, I turned 68 this year. Why is that hard to get out of my mouth? I turned 68 this year. And got a bunch of really nice gifts from people. It was really nice. Janet gave me a great book called The History of the World in 500 Walks by Sarah Baxter, which is really nice. I got a couple of really nice cards, one from Fiona. Thank you, Fiona. I got earrings from Penny. Thank you, Penny. And I'll throw in a picture of those. And I was thinking about turning 68, and I thought, man, I should have a bunch of wisdom to share by now, right? I do not. But I can read, and I was reading an article by that young guy. I like to read his stuff once in a while, I like to read his stuff, but once in a while he comes up with some really good things, and I thought this was one of them. This is from the raptitude.com site, and I'll link the exact page below. He wrote, 10 things I want to communicate to the human species before I die. Number 1, your shopping cart doesn't need to go wherever you go. And he expounds on most of these in the article. Number 2, Societies are better when liberals and conservatives keep each other in check. Number 3, exercise is the magic bullet. I like that. Number 4, humans want everything to be someone's fault. And that one really struck me. And so I went to the further reading part, and this is what he said. I'm going to get through it real quick. I'm quoting him. Last weekend, I was driving a friend home down Portage Avenue, and we encountered an unexpected traffic jam. Even though it was Saturday afternoon and neither of us were in any sort of rush, and even though I was consciously trying to take the delay in stride, I couldn't help but comment that they've been working on that bridge for 8,000 years now. And that contractors seem to take as long as possible to finish things. Having worked in the construction industry, I know this isn't true. Contractors get paid for the completion of the job, not the time spent on it. And the city does everything they can to minimize traffic disruption, which is why this was happening on Saturday and not Monday. I'll make sure okay. Still, something in me wants there to be a guilty party. If there's nobody to blame, I have to recognize that I live in an unsympathetic reality in which bridges have to be fixed, other cars use the road, and pain and inconvenience cannot always be argued with. This is a very human impulse, I think, to assign culprits to things that go wrong. When the economy is sluggish, it's always due to bad policies and the bad people who make them, rather than hideously complex market interactions that even economists don't understand. When the local football team has a disappointing season, it's the failure of the coach or the quarterback or the management or a lack of fan support, rather than all those things at once and none in particular. Or simply because of the mathematical reality that a team has to lose every time another team wins. If you watch man on the street interviews about world issues, you might notice an interesting contradiction. People often struggle to define the problem with much clarity, but they can always tell you who's at fault. Hillary Clinton, white supremacists, the mainstream media, Joe Rogan. Behind every bad thing is a bad person that needs to be stopped. Unless you're strongly identified with a particular political camp, you might recognize some or all of these claims make some sense, which suggests that the problem is a collision of many complex factors and interests rather than the work of a sole guilty party and its inarguable badness. The least articulate explanation might be the one we hear most often, that human beings are terrible and society is terrible. As much as that might explain any problem you can think of, it's a ridiculous conclusion to make if you consider that our species is obsessed with right and wrong and discerning one from the other. If you can convince yourself that a given problem is caused by bad people, then it means someone else is responsible for it. You may have a stake in it and want to say something about it, but you aren't a causal factor, such as the traffic in the traffic jam or the resident driving up housing prices. Second, it allows us to believe bad things shouldn't happen, at least not to ourselves. The thought this shouldn't be happening implies that something outside of natural processes caused the problem, which leaves little explanation but that someone is doing something they shouldn't be doing. If there's a bad actor behind it, you don't have to consider certain dark existential possibilities. And this is what really got me, that life is made of trade-offs. Suffering is unavoidable. Problems are rarely simple and self-contained. And there is no one right path we should all be on. Third, it makes solutions seem relatively straightforward. Stop the bad people or get rid of them. As far as I can tell, interpreting problems as the crimes of clear perpetrators is the only way we attempt to justify real hatred for people. We need that sense of simplicity. The bad thing comes from bad people. To hate a person or group without reservation, and history is full of examples. Again, it's not that there's no such thing as fault or that solutions never require holding a particular party to account, only that there's something about the human mind that wants a given problem to be someone's fault simply because it would be easier if it were. Monitoring this tendency in yourself can be revealing. The other day I tried to observe my indignation toward others during a regular trip to the gym, and I identified so many villains in such a short time that I stopped counting. I'll describe only my first encounter. As soon as I arrived, I waited behind a lady asking the clerk a spectacularly long-winded question about memberships, while I just wanted to scan my card and go in. First, I felt mild ill will towards the lady. Obviously, questions must be asked, but why take so long to ask them? Once I noticed I was making a perpetrator of her, rather than trying to solve my problem, it seemed a bit silly to condemn her on the basis of her question's word count. So my scrutiny slipped over to the clerk. She should know how to handle this exact situation. It must come up all the time. Upon examination, this objection also felt like a weak one. It's understandably difficult to have two customers who both need you at the same time, especially when one of them is as impatient as I apparently am. Just as I was considering who else's fault this could be, whoever schedules staff lunch breaks, maybe, the lady turned and said, "Oh, please go ahead," with a genuine smile. And I assured her it was no problem at all. And I meant it, because suddenly there was nothing I needed to be a villain for. His number 5 is 3 meals a day is probably excessive for many people. 6, 6 is a weird one. The lived in short-lived rhymes with dived. It's actually short-lived. I did not know that. Restricting speech only helps the people in power. Number 8, religion is not ancient superstition. Number 9, we take morality very seriously, but we make moral judgments very flippantly. And number 10, you can't ruminate and listen at the same time. I really enjoyed that list, and I think looking into explanations of the rest of them wouldn't hurt. So I hope you got something out of that. I also I'm going to wrap this up. We got new chicks. I've showed video of them on Instagram, but, of course, not everyone has seen that. I decided that we needed some more chickens, so we let one of our hens who had gone broody, Rainbow, I picked out 3 eggs and let her hatch them out. The pros of that is that she takes care of them. It's been really nice. She keeps them warm at night in the nesting box. She takes them out. She protects them. It's been great. I'll throw in some video. They're growing really fast. They're doing better than we could have expected. When you have chicks in the house, those of you who have done that, you have to start them out at like 95 degrees because they just need to stay really warm. And then you slowly lower the temperature as they get warmer. We haven't had any of that. Yeah, it's just been so nice. She's just dealing with them. It's been great. We have named them Penny, after Rocky Mountain Penny. Russell named the other brown one Brownie. And Nico, I let him name the white one. He named it Great White. Nickname is Sharky. And gosh, I think that's it. I will throw in more of Janet's book that I'm still getting through, the hiking book. I'll throw that in the next podcast. I think there's a lot of great hikes in there. And then there's a little bit of off the porch stuff near the house, and then some more way off the porch. And you can find me on Ravelry as Victoria Jean, Instagram Victoria Jean W, Facebook Victoria Jean Williams. Email me vjwilliams54@gmail.com. I can't believe I made it through this without anybody coming by. That's crazy.
It's amazing.
This has been nice. Yeah, it's so pretty up here today. I'm really glad we took this hike. I will probably show you the hike after. I'm not sure. Anyway, want to come say goodbye? Janet's been sitting here listening to me.
Bye.
Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you later. Oh, wait, let's, yeah, there he goes.
Well, you know, like this group has evolved, you know, since I've been hiking with them.
Yes, is that your good side?
That I graduated with that's coming
Oh,
for Labor
look out, you guys.
I just don't think I'll be able to do it.
Hi, buddy. My goodness. All right, I'm going to get out of your way, don't I?
You got tomatoes. I want tomatoes.